I went on a little fabric shopping trip this week, so I thought I'd show you my haul. Thanks for your Kent sewing shop recommendation. I picked just 2 shops so that I have enough time to look around. The first shop was Miss Ginger's in Folkestone. The creative quarter had such fun and colourful vibes, which continued into the shop with a great selection of fabrics. I bought this vintage bedsheet, which has a lovely floral on one side and a coordinating geometric fabric on the other. So it's a 2 for 1. Next, we headed to Rye, where of course we had to visit Merchant and Mills. So many lovely fabrics, but I was very well behaved and only came away with one purchase, this Sundance check cotton. The colours are my perfect autumnal vibe, and you might recognise this fabric from the honey dress sample, which looks great on me, by the way. Stay tuned to see my plans for my new fabrics. So something that I think I might find challenging with this fabric is adding it to Stash Hub, because it's not yardage. I usually always just buy fabric by the meter. So because this is a vintage bed sheet, it's not usual sort of widths and lengths. So I'm going to have a go at measuring it, and I think I might actually enter it as 2 fabrics because it's got the contrast on the back. So stay tuned to see how my attempt at measuring this fabric goes, so I can add it to my Stash Hub and then use it to create a project plan. So here I go, I've hung my big bed sheet out on the washing line and I'm attempting to measure it whilst it's wafting romantically about in the summer's breeze. I've got an absolutely amazing amount of fabric here. It's like basically square, so it's 195 meters long and wide, so I'm going to have loads to work with, and I've got the 2 different prints as well, so I'm going to add them separately. I've also got the 2 pillowcases, so I've decided I'm not going to add them separately to Stash Hub as well, but I'm going to just make a note of how much fabric I've got in each pillowcase in the description of that fabric, so that I know that I've got a little bit extra if I need to make something a little bit bigger than the fabric that I've already got. But I'm really excited to get sewing with this. I think it's so cute and such a great find. So I went back to sit in the shade under the tree and added all the details of my new fabrics to Stash Hub. Obviously I had to enter the details for my vintage sheet, but my Merchant and Mills fabric was super speedy because I used magic input, so in a matter of seconds it was all in there and I didn't even have to take my own pictures. Feeling really inspired by my latest fabric purchases. I dare say they won't hang about in my stash for long, but then again, isn't that what every sewer says about every fabric they purchase? Okay, so let's talk plans for my latest fabric purchases. So this check cotton that I bought at Merchant and Mills, I'm thinking of making a Davenport dress by Friday Pattern Company, because I think that this will be so perfect across the seasons as well, because the colours will carry it into autumn, and with the sleeves on the Davenport I'll be able to get lots of wear out of it even when the weather is much cooler. But since the weather is lovely at the moment, I've already pre-washed this fabric, so I've got that ticked off in Stash Hub, and it's got this lovely sort of crinkly texture. And I'm really in love with this fabric. I think the colours are so gorgeous, and I'm really excited to be able to wear it with like brown boots and maybe a belt as well to style it up in the autumn months. This is my next recent fabric purchase, which I bought at Miss Ginger's in Folkestone, and I'm really actually quite reluctant to unbundle it because it looks so cute, but I need to be able to show you the fabrics properly. So because this is a vintage bed sheet, I'm really keen to use one of my vintage patterns. So this set has got the floral on one side and then this coordinating geometric on the other. So let me try and show you them side by side. So what I would really like to do is be able to combine them both into one design. So I've got this vintage pattern and I'm thinking of using the geometric for the sort of bib part and the ties, and maybe like the contrast stripe along the bottom, and then the floral for the main body. So let me know what you think of that idea for this fabric, and yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. Last time I made a vintage pattern, I had to do an extremely aggressive full seat adjustment to get it to fit over my backside, so we'll see how that goes. But let me know what you think of this fabric purchase and what you would use it for.